Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Everybody. It is 5:21 and I'm late a little bit. uh, get a lozenge here and we'll get started. I forget what I was gonna do today. If there was gonna be somebody on today, I can't remember, but but I wonder. Hey guys, hey guys. Oh man, whoever. Okay, let me ask you this, guys. Whoever has been praying for me to get like a ton of rest, right, for these like last 4 days is amazing because I swear, like I have never felt like this has probably been like the best Calais, right? If it goes a week, that would be amazing. Where I just feel so rested, so happy, and usually I'm just like barely hanging on. Um, it's just insane. It's absolutely insane. Uh, and I hope that like if this continues like until I die, I'm gonna get used to this to where I won't be able to like, not have this. This every like stick. That's amazing. You look to see your doctor soon, and you're in so much pain. Oh no, Destiny. I haven't slept properly in 3 days last night. Some very horrible, vivid dreams. You know what, Destiny, I've been having some. Okay, hold on a second. I've been having some pretty vivid dreams too, but not for pain or anything. Is it still in? If we could all pray for Destiny, I think that's important because I'm not exactly sure that but okay. Whoa. I hit my toe and didn't curse. So that's like amazing, right? Like praise God for that. Praise God for that. That should have like me hitting my foot right there should have ruined my reputation. Like that hurt so bad, right? That I wanted to say every bad word in the book, but I didn't. And that is just amazing. I don't think you guys can appreciate just how just how amazing that is. But just imagine some like hitting your toe in like the worst possible way, and then being able to like not curse. Like I don't know, it's a miracle. Total miracle. Okay, is it better now, guys? I'm hoping that it's better now. I'll even turn off the fan, but maybe that'll be even better. Ah, but oh, so after the holiday, my kids and stuff, because money, to buy their own, this way early robot. Okay, you spoke too soon. Okay, okay, let me figure this out. All right, if it works back here, then we're good. If not, then I don't know what I'm gonna do. Okay, hold on a second, guys. I'll be right back. Okay, guys, how about this? Better? Oh yeah, let me read that verse. I will read it. Yes. Can you guys hear me good right now? If you guys can hear me good, I'll go read that. Hey, what's going on, Mike? So can you guys hear me? Is it good? Okay, I'm good. Okay, I'll go back and read that verse then. Everybody say hi to Mike. James 2 verse 24. Ye see that You see then how that by works a man is justified and not by faith only. Of course, Clutch. Of course. I mean, you got to do it all, right? I mean, just because we're saved by faith, right, and it's a gift, right, doesn't mean that we don't got to do all the stuff, right? That's part of it, right? Part of it is you're confessing that Jesus is the Lord, right? And right, and so like he's God, right? So just read Romans 10:9, right? People see the faith part, right? But the very first line of that is you confess Jesus is Lord with your mouth, right? And then and if you believe that he died for your sins and was raised from the dead, you will be saved, right? But that doesn't mean that like, okay, well, now Jesus, you're God, right? And thanks for salvation, but just forget you now. Thanks for salvation, right? Like that's not how it works, right? So just because something's not part of salvation doesn't mean we don't got to do it. You know, I would say that if you are saved, now you got to do all the stuff. I mean, I'm not saying you got to follow all the the Jewish laws. I mean, how would you even know how to start with that? But do as many things as you can to make God happy in every moment, right? Absolutely. Absolutely. The good work should be a part of it. Oh, you got to go, Mike? That sucks, man. I wish you could listen in with us. But that's cool. I understand. We got to do more shows together, Mike. We got to get everybody together. How many people do we have? I didn't check, on Saturday. Did we rock the house, man? Did we fill it up or what? I can't remember how many people were there. I didn't look. I was hoping like 50, but I don't know. But yeah, see, that's the thing. Of course we should do more than just barely make it, right? Like, could you imagine like, okay, let's say that or just picture that like this, right? You deserve death, right? That's your penalty, right? And um then God tells you, okay, well you're gonna make it because I'm gonna die for you, right? And so you're gonna live now. And so you're saved, right? And he defines right and wrong in a book, right? That tells you basically what makes him happy and what makes him upset, right? These are the things that I hate. These are the things I love. Right? You see all that stuff in there, right? And then you just what, a middle finger, and that's horrible, man. Yeah, it seems like that, right, Clutch? Right? It seems like that, right? But so basically, what James is saying, right, in that verse, right? Well, actually, in that whole chapter is, you know, faith without works is dead, right? Meaning that, like, okay, that's great that you have faith, right? But that's not doing anybody any good right now, right? Like, that's great that you have faith, but I'll show you my faith by my works, right? And how are you going to show me that you have faith without any works? Is what he was telling them. Is like, it's not doing like yeah, it's great that you're saved, but you're not doing anybody any good right now. You got to do something for us. You know what I mean? Like like trying to get everybody motivated to help other people. Because people were because that's the whole problem when you get a gift of salvation, right? Like the problem is that people will take the gift and just do what they want, right? That's a bad attitude, right? And so you got to you're on the line, right? Like well, how do I get people motivated, man? Now that just to keep them from having a bad attitude, right? James 2:14. What doth it profit, my brethren, through a man say he have faith and have not works? Can faith save him? It's a good question. I say yes. But how do you have faith, right, without any works, right? I mean, how do you say, okay, well, okay, I have all this faith in God, but then you're just like, you look like a criminal or whatever, you know? I never understood that, right? Like, there's always going to be people that are going to come up with this, right? Like, oh, faith can't be, salvation can't be a gift because um, then people will just take salvation and then go do what they want. But where are these people that would do that? What kind of people would understand that there's a right and wrong way to act, accept salvation, know that God is watching them, and then just act like a butthole? I can't imagine, right? Like who would do that, as a human being? Where are these people, right? That's what I'm saying, right? Well, oh yeah, yeah, I don't have the works, I have the faith. I get it. I get it. I get it, right? James 2:17. Even so faith, if it hath not works, is dead, being alone. Yea, a man may say, Thou hast faith, and I have works. Show me thy faith without thy works, and I will show you the faith by my works. Yeah, absolutely. I agree with that. I agree with every single scripture known to man. Sometimes it's hard to read that stuff, right? Like, because I've had somebody say, like, they've read me a scripture that said, if you endure to the end, you will be saved, right? I'm like, yeah, okay, yes. If you make it all the way to the end, you will be saved, right? It says it, right? That's true. It doesn't mean that you're not saved by believing in Jesus, right? Faith in Jesus alone, also, right? So you could be a tribulation saint, right? Okay, that's great, making it all the way through without taking the mark, right? Of course, you wouldn't need faith in Jesus because he's right in front of your face, right? So there's some like verses that are nuanced like that cause a lot of rifts, right? Like cause a lot of 50-50 rifts, right? But if you actually read each verse and know, okay, well, yes, that is true, right? But is this also true? There's nuance to it, and like I mean, both things can be true at the same time, right? Well, yeah, okay. So when we say works, right, it just means like your actions, right, your behavior, will exhibit works, right? Like works is more than just like, like, oh, going to help the homeless or something like that. Works could be just your everyday behavior, right? Like I'm showing you my faith by my actions. And just because technically it's not necessary for salvation doesn't mean that it's not part of everything. Of course, you're going to do good works because you just got saved. You know that God is God and you're going to serve God, right? So, how could you not have works? But it's one of those little technicality deals, right? That like lead people to fight, right? When in reality, if you're saved and you love Jesus, you should act right. That's part of it. It should be part of it. You know what I mean? But the reason why, okay, technically it's not right is because the wages of sin is death, and Jesus died for our sins. It's paid, right? So it's just one of those things where it's like, yes, we're saved by faith, but yes, we still gotta act right. But no, they're not together. But yes, our relationship with God is more than just salvation. And so, I don't know if that helps you guys, but it helped me to like really break it down. What does this verse say? Is this verse true all on its own? And they all are. If you've never known Jesus, well, then then how can you be held accountable for it? But if you know that Jesus is Lord and you don't accept that, right? Well, that's on you, right? Like you're saying that you know who God is and you don't want to follow God. You just want to act right on your own. And that's not how it works. I mean, it sucks for the people that want to do what they want to do, but why wouldn't you just want to accept the truth that God is God, right? How is everything here? Well, California's a mess, just even when it's good. Yeah, there's some storms out here, but I don't go outside that much. I don't go outside that much, but yeah, there's storms and stuff. Oh yeah, Deb. We got love for you, Deb, of course. Hey Mitch, how you doing, buddy? What are you laughing about? Oh, the arm. Yeah, because you're a specimen, dude. Everybody knows it. That's how everybody views you, man. Yep. You're the guy that's on the wilderness, man. People like that kind of thing, man. Like wilderness guys, man. People like that kind of thing. That's a desirable trait, man. Be out there chopping wood and all that stuff. I wish I had the energy to do all that, man. I don't. I want to go back to sleep, to be to be honest. I get like it feels like I start getting some good sleep and then I gotta wake up or something. Always, and I'm always like late or something, and it's embarrassing. And I don't know, man. To be honest, I'm kind of a mess, man. Like I need someone to like organize my life and just tell me how to be. You know what I mean? Like if I just had someone to physically just tell me how to be, then I would be okay. You know, I don't know how you guys are with that, but I need like a manager or something. Sometimes I just wish God would just be here like in person, and just just tell me when he wants me to do stuff and I'll just do it. You know what I mean? That would be way easier. Luke, here, Luke. Oh man, everybody's here today, man. Look at this, man. Look at the crowd today, man. This makes me feel happy. I gotta have somebody on the show. Hey, gal, yo, mama. I gotta have somebody on the show. To talk about like extra canonical books and stuff, like Enoch and all that, and fallen angels. And so I talked to Mike about having Bubba on to talk about fallen angels and stuff because that's his kind of like wheelhouse. And I think that would be cool because everybody likes talking about fallen angels and stuff, right? Hey, what's up, Jackie? Wow, man, all the new people are here, and so oh, you mean Michigander? Yeah, always out there chopping wood. That dog pulling that. Hey, man, it makes me feel good to see like an animal, right? That like has like a purpose, right? And it like the animal has to work too, you know. It's like I don't know, something about that, man, where like even the dog's got a job, you know? Yeah. Yeah, see, I think the fallen angel stuff would be good. And see, Clutch, this is your wheelhouse too, man. You're good with all these books too, right? And so we need to talk about all this stuff. This would be interesting. And nobody fights over this. Like that's the thing, right? People fight over the salvation thing, people fight over the rapture thing. And nobody fights over talking about fallen angels. Everyone's like, "Oh, ooh, tell me about what happened," you know. And so, what if it is what it is, right? Because just in my prayers, I'm getting like from God that just to speak highly about Him and to be here for people, you know. Like it's really not that big of a calling, to be honest. I'm not called to save anybody or to do anything. Just be here and have a little space for people to come and just be able to rest in the truth, you know. And there's probably not any more sheep out there that might come here, but maybe, you know, and that would be good, right? But like if we can just have like some entertaining conversations where somebody could come by and say, "Hey, I want to be part of like what they're talking about. I want to be part of that instead of all this goofiness in the world, you know?" Oh, of course, Luke. Hey, Luke, there's going to be an argument over everything, man. Like, there's no, I mean, there's just no way to avoid an argument when when we're talking about God. That's the thing, right? Yes, absolutely. Just the one. You're right. Absolutely, Jackie. Absolutely. Well, dude, Jesus will leave the 99 for the one, right? And that's just amazing. Dee Dee says, Stephen, we have 100-year-old man here that built his own fence by himself. He can't stand to be inside. Nature is what keeps you young. Oh yeah, I mean, there are some people that like to be outside, right? They like I had my great grandfather, right? He my my great grandfather, he used to walk like probably 20 or 30 miles, right? This is crazy, right? Because he used to collect cans, and he was just a machine nonstop, just collect. But then he had like because he was a very old man, and he had people in the neighborhood that would save cans for him, because they felt bad for him and or whatever, right? They liked him. He's a nice guy. And so he'd have all these cans in a wagon and all this, and he'd be like all over the place, right? And he told my dad when they put him in this home or whatever, he was like in his mid 90s, right? And he told my dad, he said, Jimmy, if they tell me I gotta stop walking, he goes, I'll die. And like a week later, he was dead, man. And it goes to show you. Oh, absolutely, absolutely, Jackie, you're right. You never know how one good word can change a life. You're absolutely right about that. And we should be speaking highly about God all the time, and giving God the glory, for things, right? I mean, when I think about my life, right, the only thing that makes my life good or worth anything is that God is in my life, right? Like if I didn't love God so much, there'd be nothing good about me, like nothing that would stick out, you know? And I think that's the only thing I have, like the only trait that I have, right, that people noticed about me is that I love God, right? And so I think about that, right? Like it's his story, right? He created everything. He's making it all go. Like everything good that comes out of me is from him, you know? And if you think about it from just like the smallest piece that is alive, you know what I mean? Like the smallest piece of reality, God is everything, right? So like this narrative, right? This even right now, this group right here was meant to be, you know? And not only is it happening, but he knew it would happen and what is gonna happen, you know? And it's like beyond belief, right? You're absolutely right, Jackie. Oh my God, just the way you're saying that is like touching my spirit because that's exactly how I feel. I feel like before I really found God, right? Like that I didn't have a purpose. I was never really happy 2 days in a row. You know what I mean? Like, and now these last 4 or 5 years, I've been happy every day. The worst people, the most evil, still have a ray of hope. You're right on that. Absolutely. Absolutely. They can stop right now and come here and change their life and probably get like a ton of support, you know? Like I even said that about what's his name, you know, the troll, right? I mean, if he would change his life and be sincere about it, he would have overwhelming support from everybody. I mean, every piece of support that he wanted in acting crazy, he would have right now, you know? Absolutely, you know? And that's all anybody wants for anybody is for people to make it. Nobody wants to exclude anybody, right? That's not a good feeling, especially not for us. If you're an empathetic person, right? You don't want anybody to be excluded for any reason, right? But you just you hope that people change because you just want people to be nice, you know? That's what it's about. Yeah, how do we reflect that light? Yeah. Yeah, you're right. You're right, Dee Dee. You know, how do we share that light, you know, with other people? And see, the candle's a good like representative of that, right? Because like you can share that. I can give you a flame and still keep mine, right? That's a good representation of that. Yeah, it's crazy, right? And see, that's the thing, right? Like I can sympathize, right, with some like pretty messed up people, man, right? Where I'm like, oh, I feel sympathy for that person, you know? I don't know where it comes from. I don't know how it's possible, but I do. Like even like some pretty crazy people. I'm like, wow, man, like it must be horrible to be that person, you know? Yeah. I want to stay where I'm at. I'm good with that. Oh yeah. Don't hide under a bushel. Babe. She's like, don't hide under a bushel. That's hilarious. Oh, great wellspring of truth. Don't hide under a bushel. That's funny. Yeah. No, I want to live out in the woods, man, if I could, you know. Every day is a struggle, but Father helps with everything. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Well, I mean, look, It's written that not many people are going to make it, right? It's written that way, right? Like it's a narrow road and few will find it, right? It's overwhelmingly humbling to know that like we're the people that found it. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's like that's I mean, why us, right? Like none of us feel deserving of it, right? Like it's like how did this even happen, you know? Like I made a few decisions in my life that worked out in a lucky way or a blessed way. I don't know. Was God protecting me my whole life? Who knows, right? But why is it so easy for us to accept it, right? And so hard for some people to accept it, you know? Yeah, it's insane, right? It's insane. Washing your face in the morning with snow is invigorating. That sounds horrific to me. I don't want anything cold to I don't like the touch of it. I don't want anything cold to touch my skin. I don't want that. Yeah, I'll take your word for it. Absolutely, Faith. Yeah, we're talking the same language there. The meek, the meek. What is it showing her at the earth? Oh, shall inherit. The meek shall inherit the earth. You're doing talk text. I can tell you're doing talk text now. See, I'm smart. I figured it out. The meek shall inherit the earth. Yeah, but if you put snow on your face, that's not meek. That's crazy. Thanks, Clutch. Just the tip of how deep the waters go. Sometimes it scares people. I just don't drip. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, I gotta have Clutch. You gotta come on. Like, if we do a talk on the extra biblical stuff, you gotta come on, Clutch, and talk if you want. I mean, I know. I mean, it's up to you. I don't want to like put you on the spot, but I think that you'd be good in that kind of conversation. Oh, thanks, Jackie. I really appreciate you saying that, you know. And that was kind of the idea, you know, is like go over and talk to Mike over there and hopefully people would find coming over here and then hopefully some of my people would go over there and we'd overlap, you know. And sometimes it's good to like, you know, and see like if I see you guys sometimes I'll subscribe to all of you that I can find, you know. And it's like a little web ring, right? If you put out information, then we all get it, you know. And if we do that, we can kind of like sub to each other, kind of. It creates a little safe spot, you know. Like, okay, I can go out into my truther channels and check on stuff, but then I can always come back and reset, you know, because more and more people are existing online, right? This is our personality. This is how we hang out with each other. Like this has become like us, right? Even though we're sitting on a couch, right? We think we're going to different places, right? You know, and yeah, we don't all have the same beliefs, but you know what? It like here's the thing, right? Like there's the truth and there's not the truth, right? And so if you could get someone to accept the truth all the way, there you can profit from the truth, right? Like there's gold at the end of the rainbow. But if you're a truther to the point where you're going to stop at some point and accept some other kind of, you know, some other kind of path, right? Then, you know, that's on you, I guess, you know. I mean, it's your free will, you know, but you know, yeah, I would love to get you on the show. So when do you want to come on the show, Destiny? Tell me when. Tell me when you want to come on the show. Any of you, again. Give me a date or like who wants to come on the show tomorrow? Who wants to come on? What day is today? I don't even know what today is now. Is it Wednesday? Okay, it's Tuesday. Who wants to come on the show tomorrow in the morning? Afternoon is probably better, but morning is good too. Oh yeah, see, I lived in Ohio for a little bit. I was out there for a little while, a couple of years. I'm afraid of the weather out there now. Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, look, anytime someone could come on and talk about their testimony or talk about any kind of new truth thing or whatever, or I'm good with all that. The only things that I don't like to do on this show, right? I don't debate the Bible, right? I don't have that spirit in me, right? Like I use it to live my life. I accept it as truth. I don't, salvation is salvation, and um, because I want to keep people in the truth. It took me a long time to find, to learn this stuff, right? I'm not going to go backwards, right? But like if we're on the same level on that, then it's good to talk about different experiences on how we got there, you know? So you can come on tomorrow, Destiny? Tomorrow afternoon. Okay, perfect. Absolutely. And so email me one more time tonight. I do have your email, but email me one more time tonight and then I'll put a link in there for tomorrow. And then you just click it when it's time. When just come here regular, like a normal day, and then after like I talk to everybody, the intro or whatever, then I'll just you just click the thing. Yeah, that's fine. Of course, of course. That's the whole part of it is you got a family, then that should be part of, you know what I mean? Like that's good. Don't worry about all that. If you gotta go, you gotta go, for things. Do you know my email, Jackie? It's a good servant 22 at gmail.com. I'll try to look for yours, but if I don't get a chance to go over there, if you get a chance to email me, that would be cool. And then I'll just put it in my list or whatever. Oh yeah, I don't care about all that, deity. I mean, that's what life is about. That's who's important in this world, right? Fate. Is this you in a different wait, how many different accounts have you come here already in? You were in a different account. I feel like Faith, I feel like you come here in like four different accounts every time you come here. Then it's like I'm always hearing that like one of your channels got erased or something. And then you have to start a new one. Even Tom, right? Tom, he said that his all of his channel got erased, right? And his channel was only had fishing videos on it. He only had yeah, he only had where he was catching fish on there. And they deleted his channel. He may have had like maybe like one flat earth video or something on there. But he didn't even get a strike or nothing. It was just over for him. It was horrible. Yeah, I don't know. I don't get what happened. Isn't it weird how like every single show, no matter what, it always goes to like 40, 45 minutes, right? And then there's like a drop off, a severe drop off of people. Like only the hardcore ones stay. Like by the time 5 more minutes, there'll be like five people in here. I don't know. I don't know why. I guess God only gives you a gift to hold people for a certain amount of time, right? Like you're only interesting for the X amount of time and then it's not good anymore. Because I've tried to have like 1 hour shows and it'd be like three people left. I'm like, whoa, that's that's kind of heartbreaking. You know what I mean? I know. I want Tom back so bad, man. I do. Well, like when it's like this, right? And it's not that there's people here that are, I would say, equal in value, right? But this is what I'm saying, right? When you start a channel with somebody, right? You when you first start, and hey, Baba, how you doing, buddy? Um, when you um, when you start a channel with somebody, you just have this connection, right? Like, oh, we started this together. I mean, me and Tom were on here, and there's like 80 subscribers. And we were like doing shows just like like regular everyday working just as hard on it. And it just started growing. I mean, of course, not everybody's gonna watch everything every day, right? To expect people to watch 2 shows a day. Like some people are gonna watch one show a week, or whatever. But you feel kind of like a bond with somebody. You're like, okay, well, this was my buddy when we first started, and we didn't think it could ever get that. When it got to 150, I was freaking out. I was like, what? No way. Like, no way. But anyway, guys, it's time for me to hit the old dusty trail. I love you guys so much. And this is like really, other than really talking to my kids, this is the best part of my day. I mean, it's hands down, right? And see, that's good, Deb. You could put out a video and you'll probably get someone to watch, you know what I mean? Like if you have 55 subscribers, I think I subscribe to you too. Then like we'll watch your videos and support your stuff if you want. You don't even have to go on video if you don't want. You just talk or whatever. Talk about your day. I've spent hours on the phone with you, so I know you can talk. Or like, get with some of the other people, right? Like get with like, another person and do content together. Look how like Faith does stuff with like Shannon and Uncool, and that's always good. Or just do little blurps of your own thing. Yeah, even if you're just like doing gardening, or how you make your cup of coffee in the morning. I mean, I mean, not everything is interesting to everybody, but somebody will watch. What's up, Shannon? How you doing? Yeah, see, she does stuff with Bubba, so it's great. And it's good to have like people like to collaborate. And then like by that time, right, you like, I don't know, you share your platform with everybody, and then because someone could come on your platform and get subscribers or whatever, and then you go on their platform and do a show. And I mean, there was a time where I couldn't get a break, man. I was just kept going on other people's show. But that's back when Flat Earth was just so small. There wasn't that many of us that talked about it that much. So you could get wore out. But anyway, God bless you guys, and praise Jesus for his sacrifice and his grace, and all glory to God. Really. I mean, he's what makes us special, and I can't wait to see you guys, man, glorified in the air somewhere. I think that would be awesome. And yeah, me too, Jackie. Like I wasn't like a super original like 2015, but 2017 I came in, and if you were semi good with flat earth, you could be like, like a subject matter expert pretty quickly, because there wasn't that many of us. And then it blew up. Then there was a ton of us, and then there was like all the shills left. And yeah, it was a crazy time. You could get a lot of subscribers fast, and then we got shut down. Like we got shadow banned, where it was hard to get a subscriber after that. I know Flat Earth was like nonstop. Dubay videos. I mean, that's what started. If you didn't start with Dubay, then I feel bad for you, because Dubay was to me the best flat earther. Like, but it is what it is. Yeah, it was a fun time because I didn't want to do nothing else but watch flat Earth stuff. That's all I wanted to do all the time, is watch flat Earth stuff. I've never had anything like that in my life, where it took over for like 3 years. I mean, 8 hours a day, flat Earth stuff. Like, it's like you can get PhDs in less time than that, right? Like, I definitely know about flat Earth. Like that's what's crazy, is you argue with people and they act like they know, and I'm like, listen, man, I forgot more about cosmology than you'll ever know, right? I mean, like I'm already down to like on the particle physics level, and you're talking about like, oh no, I know it's a globe. You know what I mean? Like, and you don't know why, man. Name one scientist, man. Just name one guy. You know what I mean? It's crazy. But anyway, love you guys. God bless. Praise Jesus for his sacrifice and his grace. Pray for the children. I will see you guys tomorrow at 7 a.m. God bless you. See you later.